Before Lamar Jackson, before Cam Newton, there was Steve McNair, a quarterback who played through debilitating injuries, nearly capturing Super Bowl glory. What made him revolutionary in an era when black quarterbacks still fought for recognition as capable leaders? In this documentary, we'll break down McNair's 5 most defining career moments that showcase his true impact on football. From his record-setting college performance to his 2003 MVP season when injuries limited his practice time, we'll examine how his legacy changed the NFL landscape. His story answers the question that still divides football fans. How good was Steve McNair actually? The fall of 1994 wasn't supposed to belong to a quarterback from a small historically black university in rural Mississippi, but Steve McNair demanded attention, seizing it with one of the most spectacular seasons in college football history. When Sports Illustrated placed him on their cover with the bold headline, "Hand him the Heisman," the football world collectively asked, how did this happen? McNair's 1994 campaign at Alcorn State transformed the quarterback position. Like a mathematician rewriting equations, he accumulated 5,377 passing yards and 47 touchdowns through the air in just 11 games, while adding 904 rushing yards and 9 more scores on the ground. His 56 total touchdowns and over 6,000 yards of total offense resembled statistical anomalies from a future era, revolutionary numbers that would later become the standard for elite dual-threat quarterbacks. His October showdown against Southern University cemented his legacy when McNair delivered 649 yards of total offense, 587 passing, and 62 rushing, accounting for 5 touchdowns in Alcorn State's thrilling 41-37 victory. He shattered the NCAA career total offense record with a blend of pinpoint accuracy, raw strength, and athletic brilliance that redefined quarterback expectations. The nickname Air McNair perfectly captured his aerial dominance while acknowledging his ground game capabilities. He emerged as a pioneer reshaping possibilities at quarterback, particularly significant for a black quarterback in an era when racist stereotypes still limited opportunities. McNair's brilliance shone even brighter considering the stage. HBCUs routinely went overlooked by major media outlets and NFL scouts in the early 1990s. The path from an HBCU to NFL stardom remained virtually non-existent for quarterbacks. Conventional wisdom dismissed small school quarterbacks as incapable of handling pro-style offenses, a notion McNair methodically dismantled with each performance. His senior season culminated in a historic Heisman Trophy race where McNair placed third, becoming the first HBCU player named a Heisman finalist. This achievement represented a watershed moment for smaller programs everywhere, challenging football's establishment about where elite talent could develop. McNair's astounding collegiate career, which included 16,823 yards of total offense over 4 years, forced NFL scouts to expand their horizons. Teams previously dismissive of HBCU programs began attending games they would have ignored earlier. His success challenged quarterback development conventions while creating opportunities for countless players who followed. McNair demonstrated that legitimate elite talent could emerge from anywhere. His dual-threat capabilities provided a blueprint for the quarterback position's evolution that accelerated in subsequent decades. Most significantly, his Alcorn State career represented a seismic shift in talent evaluation. No longer could scouts focus exclusively on major conferences. McNair's legacy established that greatness doesn't require a Power 5 backdrop. Sometimes it emerges from places like Lorman, Mississippi, population 500. The talent that made Steve McNair a collegiate legend was about to face its greatest challenge, an NFL establishment that had historically resisted placing black quarterbacks at the helm of their franchises. When Commissioner Paul Tagliabue approached the podium during the 1995 NFL Draft to announce the Houston Oilers' 3rd overall selection, he was unwittingly participating in a watershed moment for African-American quarterbacks. As Tagliabue announced, with the 3rd pick in the 1995 NFL Draft, the Houston Oilers select quarterback Steve McNair from Alcorn State University. History was made. McNair became the highest drafted black quarterback in NFL history, selected only after running back Keyjana Carter and offensive tackle Tony Boselli. The significance was profound. In a league where African-American signal callers had long been converted to other positions or passed over entirely, McNair's selection represented a seismic shift. Skepticism followed immediately. NFL insiders openly questioned whether a quarterback from a historically black university could succeed against elite competition. This doubt exemplified the racial stereotypes that had haunted black quarterbacks for decades. The persistent belief among many scouts and executives that black athletes lacked the quarterback-specific traits of intelligence, leadership, and decision-making abilities necessary at football's highest level. McNair's introduction to professional football delayed showcasing his talents. The Oilers, with veteran Chris Chandler established as their starter, implemented a development plan that kept McNair sidelined for much of his first 2 seasons. During this apprenticeship, McNair appeared in just 13 games, starting only 6, while absorbing the complexities of NFL offenses and defenses. This transition coincided with extraordinary franchise instability. In 1997, the Houston Oilers became the Tennessee Oilers before eventually rebranding as the Tennessee Titans in 1999. This nomadic existence created additional challenges through shifting fan bases and temporary stadiums, hardly ideal conditions for a young quarterback finding his footing in the league. Despite these compounding difficulties, 1997 marked McNair's emergence as the franchise's unquestioned starter. Finally given control of the offense, he demonstrated the dual-threat capabilities that would become his trademark, passing for 2,665 yards while adding an impressive 674 yards on the ground, guiding the team to a respectable 8-8 record. This period represented a pivotal moment in the evolution of black quarterbacks in the NFL. While pioneers like Warren Moon and Randall Cunningham had already made significant strides, McNair's high draft selection and development into a franchise cornerstone helped cement the legitimacy of black quarterbacks as the face of NFL franchises. The journey wasn't smooth. McNair had to overcome both the normal challenges facing young quarterbacks and the added pressure of representing players who had been systematically excluded from the position. His success came through steady development, maintaining his electrifying running ability while gradually refining his mechanics, reading defenses, and decision-making, developments that would later make him one of the league's most formidable quarterbacks. While McNair had established himself as a dual-threat quarterback, few could have predicted the championship stage where his complete arsenal of skills would be displayed. The 1999 season would see McNair lead the Titans to the precipice of a championship, only to be denied by the most agonizing margin in Super Bowl history, proving sometimes legends are forged in defeat, not victory. The Titans' playoff journey in 1999 was nothing short of miraculous. After securing a wild-card berth, they shocked the Buffalo Bills with the Music City Miracle, a lateral kickoff return touchdown in the final seconds. McNair then guided his team past the heavily favored Indianapolis Colts and Jacksonville Jaguars, throwing for 514 yards and 3 touchdowns throughout the playoff run. Each victory validated McNair's development and established the Titans as legitimate contenders. Super Bowl 34 pitted the Titans against the St. Louis Rams, nicknamed the greatest show on turf for their explosive offense led by Kurt Warner. The contrast was stark: the flashy, high-flying Rams versus the gritty, grinding Titans. Early on, this mismatch appeared evident as the Rams built a commanding 16-0 lead, but McNair refused to surrender. With precise passing and timely scrambles, he orchestrated a methodical comeback. The Titans rallied to tie the game at 16-16, stunning a Rams team that had rarely been challenged all season. Throughout the stadium, a palpable electricity grew as McNair's calm under pressure shifted momentum toward Tennessee. The Rams counterpunched when Warner connected with Isaac Bruce on a 73-yard touchdown bomb, putting St. Louis ahead 23-16 with just 1:54 remaining. The stage was set for McNair's defining moment. What followed was perhaps the most dramatic final drive in Super Bowl history. On a crucial 3rd and 5, McNair appeared trapped by 2 Rams defenders. Breaking free from their grasp, he fired a 16-yard strike to Kevin Dyson. The crowd erupted as the Titans pushed into scoring position. With 6 seconds remaining, the Titans faced one final play from the Rams' 10-yard line. Time seemed to slow as McNair fired a quick slant to Dyson, who caught the ball at the 5-yard line. The end zone beckoned, victory just steps away, but Rams linebacker Mike Jones made a textbook tackle, stopping Dyson at the 1-yard line as time expired. Dyson's arms stretched toward salvation, the football suspended in mid-air like a dream cruelly interrupted, forever frozen inches from glory. The play, immortalized as 1 yard short, became both the pinnacle of McNair's career and its most heartbreaking moment. His performance under pressure earned respect league-wide, changing perceptions of his capabilities as a franchise quarterback. That final drive perfectly encapsulated his career, a rare combination of physical power, elusive mobility, and clutch decision-making that transformed how dual-threat quarterbacks would be valued for generations to come. The Super Bowl heartbreak would have broken many players, but for McNair, it was just the first chapter in a story of physical resilience that defies belief. In 2003, he would achieve something medical professionals might consider impossible, winning the NFL's highest individual honor while his body was so broken that he couldn't even practice with his team most weeks. His teammates developed a running joke that McNair showed up on Sundays without knowing the game plan, yet somehow delivered performances that left opponents stunned. McNair's body resembled a war-torn battlefield, a collection of damaged parts somehow functioning as a cohesive elite machine. Throughout his career, bone spurs, damaged discs, and various injuries created a symphony of pain with every movement, yet he transformed this suffering into remarkable performance. The 2003 season represented the pinnacle of McNair's warrior mentality. While battling calf problems, ankle issues, and back pain that would have most people struggling to walk, McNair somehow managed to start 14 games and guide the Titans to a remarkable 12-4 record. His body was essentially held together by athletic tape and sheer determination. What makes his 2003 campaign truly astonishing is that he played at an MVP level despite his injuries. McNair led the entire NFL with a passer rating of 100.4, throwing for 3,215 yards with 24 touchdowns against just 7 interceptions. These weren't just good numbers for an injured quarterback, they were elite statistics by any standard. Perhaps the most stunning performance came against the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team known for their punishing defense. McNair delivered a nearly flawless game, completing 15 of 16 passes for 161 yards and 3 touchdowns. His 148.2 passer rating that day approached perfection and showcased how McNair could elevate his game even when physically compromised, a testament to his unparalleled mental fortitude in the face of debilitating pain. The 2003 season culminated in McNair sharing the MVP award with Peyton Manning, a historic achievement that made him the first black quarterback to win the NFL's most prestigious individual honor. The award recognized his statistical excellence, leadership, and trademark toughness. The Titans' locker room developed a unique rhythm around their leaders' health challenges. While other quarterbacks led Wednesday and Thursday practices, McNair often spent those days in treatment rooms. He'd appear on Friday for a limited workout, then somehow transform into an elite performer when Sunday arrived. His coach, Jeff Fisher, summed it up perfectly when he called McNair the toughest player I have ever coached. What McNair accomplished in 2003 redefined physical toughness in the NFL, showing that a quarterback, a position often protected and sometimes criticized for avoiding contact, could display a level of pain tolerance and physical courage previously associated only with linebackers or running backs. After rewriting the quarterback toughness playbook in Tennessee, McNair faced perhaps his greatest challenge yet, proving his worth to a locker room that once considered him the enemy. When the Titans coldly locked their franchise quarterback out of team facilities to avoid a $23.46 million salary cap hit, McNair's career entered its most unexpected chapter. The lockout delivered a personal blow to McNair, who had sacrificed his body for the franchise over a decade. On June 7, 2006, the Titans traded their longtime leader to the Baltimore Ravens for merely a 4th-round draft pick, a shocking end to his Tennessee chapter and the beginning of a divisional rivalry transformation. At 33 years old, with a body showing the wear of his punishing playing style, McNair arrived in Baltimore with a burning desire to prove himself to former opponents who were suddenly teammates. McNair's impact in Baltimore proved immediate and transformative. Taking command of a quarterback-starved offense, he led the Ravens to a 13-3 record and an AFC North championship in his first season. His veteran presence stabilized a franchise known for defense, throwing for over 3,000 yards while posting a career-high 63.0% completion percentage. The Ravens' offense, previously an afterthought, began setting franchise records with McNair at the helm. Where his Tennessee days had showcased physical dominance, his Baltimore chapter revealed the full depth of his football intelligence, compensating for diminishing mobility with anticipation and precision. Physical limitations caught up with McNair in 2007. Sternum, shoulder, and ankle injuries limited him to just 6 starts, with diminished production of 1,113 yards and only 2 touchdowns against 4 interceptions. Though his on-field contribution declined, his influence within the organization grew stronger as he became a mentor to younger players, sharing wisdom gained through his remarkable journey from Alcorn State to NFL stardom. This mentorship created a lasting legacy that extended beyond his retirement in April 2008. Future Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson specifically cited McNair as an influence on his dual-threat playing style. The trail McNair blazed for mobile quarterbacks created a template that Jackson, Newton, and Wilson would later follow and expand upon. McNair's career spanned 13 seasons, including a co-MVP award, 3 Pro Bowl selections, and that memorable Super Bowl appearance where he came within a yard of championship glory. The Titans later retired his number 9 jersey, but his legacy extends beyond any franchise. He redefined quarterback play, proving that leadership, toughness, and versatility could manifest differently than conventional archetypes, a lesson that continues to reshape today's NFL. In September 2019, the Tennessee Titans gathered at Nissan Stadium to witness something special: Steve McNair's number 9 jersey being raised to the rafters during a halftime ceremony. This powerful moment represented the culmination of watershed moments that defined his career and cemented what fans already knew. McNair's influence stretched far beyond statistics or trophies. His foundation of excellence, induction into both the College Football Hall of Fame and the Black College Football Hall of Fame, stands as testament to his impact. Modern stars like Lamar Jackson and Cam Newton walk a path McNair helped forge, blending passing precision with rushing power in ways that revolutionized the game. Perhaps most telling is McNair's legacy beyond football through his charitable foundation, which continues supporting youth programs years after his passing. The warrior who once played through countless injuries didn't just change how quarterbacks play, he redefined what it means to leave a lasting mark on the game we love.